What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Goods XY. We back in the building, man. I know we tend to sit and talk about the battle a lot, but one thing we gotta actually put in perspective here is how much Kendrick has shifted the way that people consume music. I feel like that's one of the things that's kind of been lost in translation when we look at everything that's been going on. The way people are consuming music now, there's a shift. And David Banner spoke on this on BigZoeTV. And David Banner, we already know, is one of those guys who is a legend in this game. We already know this. Don't try to take no credit away from that boy David Banner. But this is one of those things that I've been trying to point out from time to time on this channel, because I feel like people don't understand the significance of everything that came out of it. A lot of people like to look at this and think, okay, Kendrick dissed Drake. Drake got this. Drake lost the battle. Cool. There's something that happened in between that people need to pay attention to. And David Banner talks about this.
I seen this for myself. Kids are now being involved in lyricism. My homeboys' kids, I'm not talking about nobody else's kids, is actually dissecting lyrics because of that man.
And yo, this is so true, because you start to see how these lyrics are being dissected, right? Like, you starting to see younger people actually care about the lyric. Like, the lyrical content is starting to be important.
Lamar's song, Watch the Party Die, referencing the verse when he was saying that if you're parading in gluttony without bringing truth to the youth, the cemetery is company. Just tell us what casket to choose. I feel like he was basically saying that the community is done with people who come through here and they're not teaching the youth anything. They're not trying to expand the youth's mind. They're basically preaching and doing the same bullshit they've been always doing, which is this partying and bullshit as narrative. Basically the community is done with these people who come and just feed off of the youth in a sense, without giving them anything that they can actually use. I feel like that's what he was saying. We're done with that.
I don't know how y'all feel about that, but to me, that's a big thing. To see that people actually care about the lyrics right now at this point is huge. Because I feel like we've gone through this moment, this area where nobody cared about what was being said. They just wanted to know if it sound good. Oh shit, the beat slapped. Okay, but the beat could slap all day long, bruh. What them lyrics sounding like? What are you talking about on the record? And I do agree with him. I feel like Kendrick Lamar pushed this to a point where you actually wanted to hear what he was saying. And I feel like he's been doing this, but I feel like this battle and everything in between that happened with it made it a thing, and it brought more to the light. You know? I just feel like, he did it with this, but continue.
And so he's able to do something in a situation that may not be the cutest situation,
right,
but I can honestly say he got a lot more out of it. He engaged mind, had people asking questions and talking about things that people hadn't done since early 90s hip hop. I mean, we talk about Souls of Mischief. That's on your shirt, man. When I went up to the Bay, I went and engaged with Tajay, bro, because of what they did for me. From a lyricism standpoint, for me to see somebody rapping like that was outside of New York meant the world for me, or to me. So for Kendrick to be able to at least have black folks thinking all around this world, we got to give that young man some kind of credit and some kind of
Ben, I want to.
And see, that's what I respect, with people that look at it from this kind of view. I feel like a lot of people are stuck in this loop of, what did he say about Drake? Is it true? What did Drake say back? Who won? And don't get me wrong, we were all there at one point. It was all about who was winning and who was losing, right? But I feel like now we've gotten to a place where we have to assess, where are we? Where has this taken us? What has this taught us? What has this done to affect the game? And I that's where I want people to be. And that's why I want people to kind of dissect these lyrics and what this actually means. When you listen to Not Like Us and Kendrick went through that whole spill, that whole history lesson within that song, that wasn't by mistake. That was definitely intentional.
Atlanta was the Mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second. Let me put y'all on game.
We're talking about one of the biggest diss track with one of the biggest impacts we've ever seen. For him to have that and then throw those lyrics in at the end, it's a lesson within the entertainment. And I feel like a lot of people need to understand that and appreciate what he is doing, it's in turn sacrificing the entertainment aspect to teach. Like if you sit back and think about it, Kendrick could have easily just entertained everybody. Easily. He could have literally entertained everybody, did the dancing pony show, and they would have loved him for it. Play all the hits, man. But he got out there and he decided to make this not only a moment to entertain, but to make this a teachable moment. And I feel bad for the people that can't really think outside themselves or think outside of the beef to understand it. But that was a history lesson for people. Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. That ain't just a bar, bruh. That is card-hold facts about the history of this nation. That's the history. And don't you ever forget that, you know? So I just wanted to talk about that briefly. It's not a very long breakdown, but briefly I wanted to talk about that and just bring that into the light and just talk about it. Because, you know, I feel like a lot of people are stuck in this like loop of who won the battle and who didn't. And I feel like we're beyond that. I feel like we got to focus now on what has this actually taught us and where has this actually brought us. Y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about it. And, you know, if you like the content on this channel, make sure you like, subscribe, violate that like button for your boy. Goods, BigZoeTV. Let's go.
Second bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.